Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Rich Wilens Webinars. Thank you very much for coming by on a gorgeous afternoon where I'm at. And where am I at? Did you ask? You didn't, but I'm going to tell you anyway. We broadcast live, as we always broadcast live from the bottom of the great state of Mississippi in the Gulf of Mexico, actually on the Gulf of Mexico, just outside of Biloxi in my hometown of Ocean Springs, Mississippi, the garden spot of the United States, I like to think. Anyway, welcome to the program today. It's a special afternoon edition. It's a gorgeous day out there. It's about 78 degrees. The sun is shining, and we are here in October. Hard to believe that the cold has not hit us yet. But anyway, I'm excited to be here today. Today's guest, well, let me tell you just a smidge. We had about Chris. We had him on our program about 3 months ago and sold out. Excellent, excellent program. It seems that everybody and their brother is now into Facebook, how to market on Facebook, how to retarget in Facebook, how to sell T-shirts on Facebook. Facebook. That's all you're hearing, Facebook. It's a way to make an income, to make a living, and we as Internet marketers, that's what we do. We have to make a living on the Internet, and if we could just find that way to do that, well, that's what we do. And Chris seemed to have found the way, and he's just splashed onto the scene, just at least on our scene, in our little world, our little JB Zoo world here, and we're certainly glad to have him. So welcome to the program, our Facebook expert, and today's Bridge Marketing 101, matching your offers to find a much broader audience. Here's our guest, all the way from Roseville, California. Here's Chris Record. Welcome, Chris.
Right on, Rich. Thanks for having me out.
You're very welcome.
Hey, before we get started, I just want to give, everybody here probably knows Rich pretty well, but I do want to give him some props that he said that I'm kind of new into this community, into sort of his circles and his network, and it's true, I am. I took a big hiatus from internet marketing, got into the corporate world, and got into some, went for a couple stock plays and worked in traditional marketing, traditional advertising, and when I came back in, I wanted to make a splash, and I didn't know anybody. And I'll tell you that Rich was one of the very few people that really just basically stood out and gave me a hand up and said, hey, how can I serve you? How can I help? And he made it very easy for me to enter into this community. He was very nice. He knew a lot of people. He spoke very highly of me. And I'm just saying this out loud, Rich, that you were definitely pretty pivotal in me really being able to be accepted into your awesome community. And it is an awesome community. I've already learned so much. I mean, I've made good 7 figures in my career, but I never stopped learning, and that's one of the key things. And what I've learned from JV Zoo, what I've learned from Rich and your connections in your network, and what I've learned from these top affiliates has been exponential. The kind of knowledge that can 10x my business. And so I just wanted to start that off by giving you some props and publicly saying thanks for being so accommodating to me and welcoming me in the community.
Thank you Thank you so much. And Chris was at Marketing Mayhem, where he got the opportunity to meet everybody, and that's the most important thing when you go to these events. Network is everything, and a lot of people in our community, like I said, who's Chris Record. Well, they know now, and he's a welcome addition. We thank you. Well, thanks very much for the props. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just back on out because people don't want to hear me. They came to see you. I'm going to be taking notes as well. I'm a big Facebook guy. I want to earn some money on Facebook because I spend so much time. I might as well. I'm just going to turn it over to you. I'm about 6 seconds away on the delay. All you got to do is go Rich, Rich, Rich. I am here. But other than that, Chris, it's all yours.
Okay, cool. So today's going to be a little bit different than your traditional webinar. And the reason is because a couple things. One is I love to teach. I love to train, but I also like to jump around the place and do things a little bit different. So I'm going to be sharing a few PowerPoint slides. I'm going to be sharing some Facebook stuff. But here's what I'm going to do different. A lot of people hide. A lot of people hide what they do. It's very difficult, especially for free, to jump on a webinar and learn what people do. And that's something that I don't like hiding a lot. I'm very authentic and transparent. Even though people steal my stuff all the time because I share it so openly, I'm so abundant. I have such an abundant mindset that I'm very, very willing to share stuff. So for those of you that are attending right now, you're going to absolutely love the fact I'm just going to literally dive in and show you some real stuff and show you what's working. So some of the topics I'm going to cover today, one of them is going to be this topic of bridge marketing right here, like you see on the slide. Bridge marketing is the foundation of my success. Bridge marketing is what took me from 6 figures to 7 figures. And right now I'm sitting here in my office, in a new office I just got, a couple thousand square feet. We're hiring out employees, got all these desks and offices. Right now we have people in the next room that are setting it all up, and it's busy over here because the business is growing. The company is growing into 8 figures, 9 figures, and beyond. And it all has to go, it all stems back to bridge marketing. This is what really got me going. So whether you're looking to make your first $100 online, or your first 1,000, or your first 10,000, or you're looking to scale up like I am into a 7 or 8 figure business, it doesn't matter. Bridge marketing can get you there. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're also going to jump around, and I'm going to talk to you about things like, different types of designs and branding in the clothing industry. I'm going to talk to you about different ways that I'm making money online that's a little bit different than what everybody else is doing out there. I'm going to show you, some of the stuff that's very similar, in terms of like selling T-shirts on sites like Teespring and Viral Style, stuff like that, as well as actually creating full-blown brands around the companies and around the cash-ins that I like, and I'm going to show you a little bit more about that. I'm also going to show you, in this bridge marketing concept, I'm going to show you things about how to take your offer and how to very subtly, without people even getting it, very subtly, how to target very, very niche audiences. And this is something that nobody else does. They create one ad, let's say, and they try to target everybody. I don't. I create multiple ads that target multiple audiences. And I don't know why more people don't teach this, but this is something that I teach. It's something that I believe in, something I train in. I'm also going to talk to you about all these kind of examples that I want to give everybody here today. So real quick, for those of you that are writing, that have a pen and paper, I'm going to come back to this a couple times, but I want you to write down this link, www.darkpostbonus.com. darkpostbonus.com. At any time during this webinar, after this webinar, anything, you can visit this link. And this is a link to be able to access my top course, which is called Dark Post Profits. But this link right here, this bonus right here, Dark Post Bonus, this actually gives you access to, it's got tracking in this link that gives you access to 2 webinars that are $100 each that I'm doing this week. You get access to attend live, or you get access to the recordings. Before I finish, I promise I will explain more about those, and I'll show you where you can get more information. But I'm just going to be right up front and tell you, look, I'm going to teach you and train you today. I don't want to spend time selling you. I don't want to try to sell you anything. So I'm just going to be up front and say, look, if you like what you hear, if you like what I'm teaching you, you want more, I'm doing 2 full-blown advanced webinars this week coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday, and you're going to get access to attend live if you want, and access to the recordings. And I'm charging $100 each for them. And as long as you pick up Dark Post Profits through this link, darkpostbonus.com, then you're going to, as your free bonus, you're going to get access to those 2 webinars. Okay, so very, very cool. Just write it down. I'll reference it later, and we'll come back to that. Okay, I told you I'm going to jump all over the place. What I want to start with is T-shirts. I want to start with T-shirts because people always ask me, is T-shirts still a great offer? Is T-shirts still working? Is it still good? And the answer is yes. It's still extremely, extremely hot. Okay, so for the sake of doing this, I'm gonna jump all over the place. But what I'm gonna do over here, I'm gonna show you a couple websites. The most common ones that people sell on for T-shirts is Teespring. That's got to be probably the most common place to sell T-shirts. Okay, Teespring. And then another site that's going to be opening up later, I think within 30 days, this is going to open up to the public here, is Viral Style. And Viral Style is where I sell T-shirts on both. Viral Style allows you to do things like upsells and different tracking and stuff like that. So I'm going to kind of talk to you about a little bit about both of these because it's very, very cool. And what I do is just slightly different than what everybody does. Okay, the most common thing that people do, and I'm going to use PowerPoint here as a notepad. It'll be kind of cool. But the most common thing that people actually do, and you'll notice I'm changing everything right on the slide as we go. I use PowerPoint. This is how I create all my ads. This is how I do everything. I use it because it's just got some cool functionality. Okay, but what we talked about was teespring.com. We talked about viralstyle.com. Well, the two different real ways that people advertise their T-shirts out there. I'm going to break down each one for you. The first one is called page post engagement ads. Okay, and the second one is called dark post ads. Now, both work. Okay, what is the difference between these two? Well, page post engagement ads. This is where you go to your fan page and you just go right to it and you create a post. Okay? And then your goal is to get people to engage with it. So your goal is to get people to like it, share it, comment on it. And the reason is because the more they share it, it goes viral. And if it goes viral, you're going to get a lot of extra free clicks. Okay? But you can pay for this. You can go create a post and you can pay for it. Okay? This is called a page post engagement ad. I'm going to show you an example of that. Dark post ads, aka unpublished posts. Okay? Dark post ads are unpublished. They are not visible on your fan page. So if somebody went to your fan page, they cannot see these posts. Why would you want to do that? You would lose exposure, right? Well, unpublished posts only show up in the newsfeed. They only show up when people are scrolling through the newsfeed. This allows you to very specifically target your audience. Also, unpublished posts, instead of like people liking and sharing or whatever, your goal with these is usually to get clicks. These are usually used for clicks to go to your website or your offer. So when we talk about t-shirts, there's lots of sites out there to sell on. These are the two different styles that are the most popular. So let's go ahead and let's look at both here both those different styles. Okay, so here I'm on a fan page. This is called a published post. Okay, this right here is when you go to a fan page. This is one of the fan pages I manage. I manage probably 50 or 60 of them. This one right here, this is kind of what I do here. I did a big picture and a design, a picture and whatnot, and then some text. Chime in. Would you wear this shirt? Now look what I'm doing here. I want to get engagement here, right? So tag someone if you want them to buy it for you. I'm telling visitors, in this situation women, because it's got this chick, I'm telling people to tag their friends. Or sometimes I'll say tag your spouse, okay, if you want them to buy it for you. Now over here, I'm basically capitalizing on their pride, right? If you are a strong woman who believes in her Second Amendment rights, the shirt is for you. So now I'm basically saying, subconsciously I'm saying if you're not a strong woman, if you're a weak woman, you're not going to buy it, right? If you're a strong woman, you are. And then whatever, a link to be able to buy it. And now this link right here is what I call a, you can use any link you want here. This one is just for testing purposes. I swap this out all the time. One of the things I teach in my course is how to edit these, use different links, how to use different things, and how to put tracking on them. So right here, the reason I use this link is because what you don't see behind the scenes is that every single ad adds tracking to this. So I know exactly which ads are converting. And that's stuff that I teach in my webinars. That's stuff I'm going to be teaching this week. We're not going to get into it all today, but I'm just telling you about that. And the other thing is I do what's called relaunching. This is something that not a lot of people do. What I mean by relaunching is, you know, if you really look at some of your options out there, well, relaunching is, let's put this up here on the screen because I think it's really important. Relaunching, okay? Instead of selling, like, let's say 1,000 shirts per campaign, let's say I want to try to sell 1,000 shirts, what I'll probably do is I'll probably run 10 campaigns selling 100 shirts each, okay? So what I'll do is, to me, this is more effective, okay? Because the way t-shirts work is the more shirts you sell, the better profit margin you get. If you only sell 10 shirts, you're not going to make that much money. If you sell 1,000, the shirt companies are going to give you a better deal, okay? They're going to keep giving you more and more profit. So everybody wants to sell a lot of shirts, but you know what? This doesn't work for me. Here's what I do. I run smaller campaigns where I sell even 50 or 100 shirts, and then as soon as it's done, I relaunch it. I relaunch it and relaunch it and relaunch it over and over and over again. So when you see my campaigns or when I show people campaigns, they go, well, Chris, you know, some people are selling thousands of shirts. Well, I'm selling thousands of shirts too. It just doesn't look like it. I'm selling lots of small campaigns. I do this for a few reasons. If I set a goal to be like 50, let's say 50, okay, if I set a goal that I'm going to sell 50 shirts in a campaign, well, it's easier to reach that goal. It's easier to reach that goal. And then when people see that there's like 40 out of 50 sold, they're going to jump on over and they're going to want to buy it to reach that goal. So it's got good psychology there. Okay, so this is kind of my method. My method is I run a lot of smaller campaigns and I keep relaunching them. When the campaign tips, I don't let it sell too much more. What I'll do is I'll end the campaign and then I'll relaunch a fresh one, and I do this over and over and over again. Both Viral Style and Teespring let you do that. So going back to that, you know, over here on Viral Style, whatever, you can look at those campaigns. In fact, let me just show you some. I love just walking through stuff, right? So in terms of this campaign, this is a relaunch, and I'll just go ahead and pull it up. Let's see if any shirts are selling. 30 out of 60. So you see I've got a relaunch. I set a goal of 60. not hundreds or whatever. And this is probably like the fifth, I think this is the fifth relaunch. So you can see 30 out of 60, right? Now here's kind of what it looks like. They go to a page. I don't do much here. Let's look at my text I'm using. Women for the Second Amendment. This is in bold. This is appealing to them. The passion. Okay. We are re-releasing. So I'm doing relaunching, right? So I'm re-releasing a limited supply of our popular shirt. This chick is packing, but only while supplies last. If you didn't get a chance to get yours the first time around, hurry up and order before the campaign fills. So what I do is I basically, it goes and it says sold out, and then I relaunch it. It starts over again. Then I relaunch it. It starts over again. And that's what I do. Now, here's something else that I do that's very, very cool with my T-shirts that I'll teach you. In my webinars, I'll teach you how to do this. Okay? But you'll notice I have a really low price here, $19. What I'm able to do, now I want everybody to pay very close attention here, okay? I want everybody to pay close attention. $19, most people don't want to price it this low because they think it's not profitable. I'm about to blow your mind. I'm averaging $17 profit per order. $17 on this campaign, I'm averaging $17 in profit. Now that's before my advertising, but $17 in profit. You might say, well, hold on, so it's only $2 for them to make this with all the colors and everything? No, that's not what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Look at my prices over here. I'm selling my front end offer for $19, but look how much I'm selling the hoodie for. $44, right? That's got a huge margin of like 25 bucks or whatever on it. Look how much I'm selling even the long sleeve for. $34, or these other options here, 24 instead of 19, even though it's just a standard t-shirt. So what I do is I get a low front end offer, and this really helps just drive the sales. And then what happens is people end up buying these other items in here too. Not only do they do that, but I run ads directly in here. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little advanced, but I'm gonna teach this next week. So don't worry so much about it. But watch this. You can go straight to a hoodie, and it's gonna go ahead and change it. And there's the hoodie. There's all these different colors that people can choose from or whatever. Okay, purple, blue, black, whatever. But up here in the URL, every time you change the product, the hoodie, the shirt, and whatever, it changes. So you'll see like this is product ID number 6. If I change that to product ID number 5, what it'll do is it'll actually change that over here to this hoodie. Right? That's product ID number 5 right there. So what I'll do is I'll run ads directly into the hoodie. These are profit maximizers. Profit maximizers. So this is what I'll do is I'll have a low front end offer, and all these other offers, when the profits added up on average, I'm averaging $17 currently on Viral Style on this campaign, $17 per order. That is powerful. So a lot of people do too high of a front end price and they don't sell. Okay, so kind of going back there, you look at this. Love this design, share with friends, right? So I'm getting people to share. Let's look at this. 7,930 people like this, okay? 2,500 people shared it. So every time these people are sharing this post, it's going on their walls to their friends. I'm paying for them to see it, but when they share it, their friends are seeing it for free. That right there is the benefit of a page post engagement ad. I'm getting a picture. I'm telling people to share it because when they do, I'm getting free exposure. And it adds up. And what's going to happen is this. This is a quick little tip. Initially, when you're first selling, these are going to, when you're very first getting started, it's going to cost a little bit of money to get the momentum going. But once hundreds and thousands of people start sharing, you start getting so many sales every single day out of nowhere. It gets really, really exciting. So, looking at this, like here's an example. This chick is packing. I ran 300, the first run, I set it at 50. And it started this, so the number on the left is how many I sold, and the number on the right is what my campaign was, how many I was trying to sell, 50. You have to tip that. You have to get more than that. So my first run, I only wanted to sell 50, but it sold so fast. I wasn't even paying attention. It just sold so fast. So 332 shirts there. And remember, it's about $17 in profit per shirt on average, right? So these are good campaigns. And I'm spending way less. On my advertising, I like to be at about 200% ROI if I can on my advertising, because otherwise, why am I doing this? There's lots of other ways to invest. I don't want to waste my time with this. unless I'm at least doubling, tripling, quadrupling my money. So when as soon as I noticed it was selling like crazy, I ended it. I stopped it here. And then what I did was I relaunched over here at another 50. And then boom, it started selling like crazy, 174. Now this time it's less sales, but it's more profitable. Because what I learned from the first campaign is I learned which ads, because remember I put tracking on all my ads, and that's what I teach you. This is something that people don't teach you. That's what I'm going to be teaching you this week in the webinars, and that's what I teach in my course. I'm going to teach you the latest methods for adding tracking to every single ad, because once you have something successful, you want to go and you want to pause all your ads that are not converting well, and then you want to only run your ads that are converting well. So the next time I only sold 174 shirts in this campaign before I paused it, but these are converting at far more ROI, as much as 400% ROI. So right here I might be at 100% ROI, but from what I learned here I might average 200% ROI, because now I'm pausing the campaigns that didn't work and I'm scaling out the ones that did. So I'm maximizing my profit. Then right here, this yellow means this is an active campaign. Even this morning it's still running. So I did another relaunch, and remember this is the same shirt design, okay, same stuff. Did another relaunch, and what I'm doing here is just retargeting. So now I don't even have the new ads going. Now I'm just retargeting all those visitors from these ads and just retargeting them, because retargeting is where you can pay as little as like $2 to $3 per conversion. So if I'm paying $2 or $3 and making 17, there's just massive amounts of profit. You don't sell that many until you have a huge list built up, but these are huge profit maximizers. So what I do is I make a big run, then I relaunch again, and I'll keep relaunching as long as it takes, or eventually I'll settle in and just run a retargeting campaign and just maximize those profits. Eat those profits up all day. I'll take these all day. These are huge profits. And that's after ad expense profits. Okay. Now this right here, this is an example of what I call a spin-off campaign. What I did was I took this design, which you can't see because the screen's small, but there's a design in there. Okay. I took the design, I made a different variation of it, and just ran retargeting ads to it to see how well it would sell. And so what I did here was, as soon as it got to the goal, so I get paid on it, then I realized I had my hands on a winner, people buying this. So this is another way to profit maximize. What I'm doing is I'm doing spin-off designs, slightly different designs, but to the same exact audience. My audience for this campaign is women 35 to 55 who have an interest in select gun niches, different gun niches, right? So let's jump back over here. So that's an example of a page post engagement ad. Let's go into some other examples. Let's refresh here. Let's get on Facebook. Let's pull this up a little bit bigger. Here's an example of a website click ad. So instead of engagement, I don't have much engagement here, only 7 comments or whatever. But this is an example. It's right on the newsfeed. What I've got is this one's going straight into the hoodies. Remember how I told you I could link straight into the hoodies because I have massive, like $25 profits on these or whatever? That's, maybe it's even $30 profits. I can't recall. There's huge profits here. So because there's huge profits, I'll run website clicks and just run straight to the hoodie, directly into the hoodie so that they can buy that. A 2-sided hoodie. I just took the same logo and I put it big on the back and small in the front, put it on a hoodie, and I usually choose some price between $39 and $49. Okay, so that's an example right here. This right here is a website click ad. It only shows up to the people I'm targeting. If I'm not targeting you, you will never see this ad. It doesn't exist on any page anywhere. This is just it. All right. Here's another. Let me see if I got another. Okay, here's another example of a website click ad. Okay. Now this one, I ran it. This one was so successful that I kept running. I mean, look, 18,000 likes, 5,000 shares. Okay, 18,000 likes and 5,000 shares of this. This was the one ad that really crushed a lot of my success there with that campaign. So you can see, like, you're going like, okay, well, how are you selling, hundreds and hundreds or, hundreds and hundreds of the same shirt over and over and over again? Well, here's how. You get this huge engagement, okay? 18,000 likes. So all I did, this is so simple. All I did was this picture up here. Look, it's not a difficult ad. It's just a t-shirt. That's it. It's just a t-shirt cut off. Nothing special, right? Women for the Second Amendment. The guys got their shirt. Now it's time to get yours as well. This chick is packing. This shirt is for women who are proud of their Second Amendment rights and are glad to be packing. There are 20 shirts in this limited run, so hurry up, reserve yours ASAP. That's when I was running 20 as the, I forgot to change that. That's when I was running 20 as the minimum because I like to rerun. Then I changed it to 50. Okay? So when people see that, they want to hurry up and get theirs. Now, there's lots of people that do better ads than me, but what I do is I do a combination. I do page post engagement and these ads. But look, everybody talks about page post engagement, but look at the kind of engagement here. 18,000 likes, 5,000 shares, and this is a link. This is not a picture. This is a link. So they're not sharing a picture. When you go over to this other one, this is a picture. So when they share this, when they click on share or whatever, they're sharing that actual picture, okay, not the link. The link is in the description. Whereas with this other one, right here, when they share this, they're actually sharing the full-blown link. They're sharing, that's an actual link that they're going to be sharing on their timeline, on their page. And so they're sharing something. That's why I get so many clicks, really cheap clicks on this kind of stuff. This viral activity gets these clicks down to like, an average of like, between 10 and 30 cents a click, okay? So that's the kind of the point. That's what you want to do. You want to get to that point where you're going in there and you're getting those really, really cheap clicks. Okay, so let's look at a couple other things real quick. I just want to kind of show you the same thing instead of T-shirts, though. Let me show you this kind of stuff. This is page post engagement, just doing some personal branding. Okay, same thing instead of T-shirts. Every time I write a blog post, okay, I'll usually put some sort of a picture and some sort of personal exposure. So from T-shirts to personal branding, it's the same kind of concept. What I do is I always want people to see me in the newsfeed. Okay, when people are scrolling through a newsfeed, I always want them to see me. I want them to see Chris Records' face. I want them to see my brand. I want them to see something about me constantly in the newsfeed. Because the more that they see me, then the more that if I ever come out with a product or I'm trying to sell or something like that, the more that they see me, the more likely that they're going to be to listen to whatever I have to sell. So a lot of you out there, maybe you're an affiliate marketer and you want to get a lot of sales, or you want to qualify in a contest. Maybe you're a network marketer and you want to recruit more people. Maybe you're a small business owner and you want to get more branding exposure for your business. What I'll do is I'll make posts on my page, and I'll run very, very soft, inexpensive page post engagement ads to them. So you can see here, like this new blog post from Chris Record. It's a link. 203 people like it. 31 people sharing it. Tons and tons of comments. 31,000 people reached. And when they click on that, it's going to take them to my blog post. Okay. So now they're over here on my blog, and they're like, okay, wow, this guy Chris Record, this article is really good, and I'm giving them a bunch of value. Okay. And after they get all that value from me, on the bottom, then I draw them over to these offers. I mean, look, I draw them into these offers here. I draw them into opt-ins, all that kind of stuff. And if you're not opted in, there's an exit pop-up. So I'm drawing them to I'm leading with value, so people are never feeling sold, and I'm building my brand. And every single step along the way, every post that I do that delivers value, I do a little engagement behind it and boost it up. Here's another one. I found a picture and just quickly made a version of it. What your purpose is, light engagement, get some shares there. Here's another one, 111 likes on that, 3 shares, and getting people. Now here's another thing. When you're posting links, what you're doing is people click on this. When they click on it, they usually forget to come back and like. So when you're posting links, your likes and shares is going to be a little bit less, but you're going to get a lot of clicks. Okay, you're going to get a lot of clicks. Right here, look at this one, 541 likes and 56 shares, right? So this bridge marketing campaign. So when people click on this, it takes them to a very in-depth article on bridge marketing. I mean, let's look at how long this is. Look at all these examples and all of these different things they're going to learn. Just tons and tons and tons of value, all the way through this thing. Value, value, constant. Now, sprinkled all throughout this blog post, let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. Sprinkled all throughout this blog post are things like this. Click here to subscribe to Chris Record's email list. Okay, so that one, look, scroll down again. So you notice it's all content. Click here to learn how to set up big fan pages. That's a product order. Okay, keep scrolling down a little bit more. Click here for a detailed overview of dark post profits. That's one of my courses. Okay, scroll down a little bit further. It's value, 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 and then click here for a detailed overview of dark post profits, and then click here to view comments on this post, and that takes them over to Facebook. And then they get this, any banner I want down here, and then they sign up. So the point is that even though I'm driving traffic to a value-driven article like this, it gets me a ton of leads very, very cheap, and it gets me a ton of sales. So what will happen is I'll spend, let's say, $500 or $400 advertising this post, and people will go, why on earth would you do that? Why would you spend $500 just advertising a blog post? Well, I'll end up making around $1,000 or $1,500 just off of the orders that come, from this. So that's something that I want to show you, is that you don't. This is what people don't realize. 541 likes, 56 shares. I'm getting so many orders because what you're doing is you're winning people over with value. Whether you're selling T-shirts are more of a direct. You want to send them direct to the sales pitch. But this, I'm sending them direct to value, leading with value, because whether they order or not, they might join my mailing list. But even if they don't join my mailing list, they don't order, they're seeing me in the newsfeed. Even if they don't click on it, they're seeing Chris Record in their newsfeed. And the more that I do this, the more, every time that I have another offer, I just get more and more and more sales. So this is how I can flip money in the newsfeed all day long. This is how, Dark Post Profits, the course, has sold nearly $500,000 in sales. Probably half of that came from Facebook. Okay, and people go, how on earth can you generate that kind of revenue? Well, it's because there's, when you deliver value to people first, you win them over, and then they want to buy whatever you have to sell. And that's what I want to teach you how to do. I want to teach you how to do this. Even if you don't create a whole course like me, I want to teach you how to create an ebook. I want to teach you how to just generate leads. I want to teach you how to promote affiliate offers. There's tons of stuff on JVZoo. I want to tell you how to be the #1 person in those contests. Okay, I can show you how I've won tens of thousands of dollars just by ranking in the top 5 in all these affiliate contests. Okay, there's just tons of stuff down here. Look, here's another post example, 123 likes, partners versus employees. I just come up with titles. Now, one thing I want to tell you is this: whenever you make these ads, these pictures, whatever, what I want to, if it's a branding ad, I want to brand myself. If it's a T-shirt ad or a product ad, I want to brand the product. Now, if it's an ad like this, I want to brand myself. And look at the text. I want you to see this text ratio, okay, because that's important. Let's go back real quick to PowerPoint, and let me show you real quick why that's so important and kind of how to look out for it if I can. Let's see if I can pull one up. Okay. So here's an example, Bridge Marketing 101. This was an ad that I ran in the newsfeed, but you're only allowed to have a certain amount of text. Facebook has what's called a 20% text rule. So all this text here can only make up 20% of the image. So they have this thing called a grid tool. Okay, it looks like this. You got, it gives you a grid of your whole image. Only 20% of the image can make up text, which is 5 boxes. 5 of these boxes. So look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how my text is in 5 boxes? So what I'll do is I'll create an ad, and I'll put this little grid thing over it, and make sure that I have make sure that my text is inside of 5 boxes. Otherwise, your ads are going to get declined. So this is tricky, and this is where a lot of people don't get it, is that you want to make sure that you're using text to drive them in, but not too much text. Follow the 20% rule. So let's talk about how to do that. Okay, so if I'm looking like this, let's say I put my text up here, okay, and let's say that I make this bigger, and I'm just using this as an example right now, but let's just say that I did this all bigger. Let's make this, whatever, 50. Okay, so you got like all this text, whatever. In fact, let me just change this real quick. It'll be cool that you're going to see this. Let me just change that real quick. Okay, so this is like this is what people will traditionally do. They'll do something like this or whatever, and they'll make something that looks really good. Their designer will make something that looks really good, and it'll be something like that. Okay, and then boom. Okay, oops. Let's put this back. All right, so I'm designing this right in front of you, okay, just so you see. They'll be like, okay, that's the way I like it. Okay, great. So once they have it the way they like it, let's watch this grid tool here. Let's pop that grid tool on, okay. Well, they've got text in this box, so that's 1. They have text in this box, so that's 2. They have text in this box, so that's 3. And there's text in this box, so that's 4. And then they have text 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're only allowed to have text in 4 boxes. They have text in 10. So even though they think that this ad is cool, it's likely going to get declined. Okay. Sometimes you can run right side ads with more text, but in the newsfeed, they're likely going to decline this for having too much text. So how do you get from this design over to this design? You notice how I kind of cram everything in there, but it still looks decent. So instead of being separated, you want to watch that. So the first thing I do is when I'm using, I use PowerPoint for my stuff. But the first thing I do is I'll do things like this. I'll highlight it all, and I'll go over to the paragraph thing, and I'll make the line spacing exactly smaller. I'll squeeze things together a little bit more, okay? Not too much, but a little bit more. And that right there is one technique that I use to be able to fit things. Another thing I'll do is I'll make it smaller. So instead of instead of being that big, maybe I'll make it smaller, okay? And see how small that is? And now I can maybe even make the paragraph just this is all stuff I teach in my course. Make it very, 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 very small. You don't need any design skills, anything. I teach this very, very simple. And that's how I get it. Now, boom. Now I got it right there, and then you can take something like this and put it there, and suddenly you got yourself something that's closer, okay? Then you go back and take that box, and your goal is to try to get in just no more than 5 of them. Okay, so now you look and I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. And now suddenly the ad is usable and workable, and I can use it. Now you'll notice I'll do things that are symbolic. I'll usually put something in the background that's symbolic if I can. Like here's an example of a shirt I ran. This guy, Hunter Pence, for the Giants, he threw the bat, hit the ball, and made an amazing play. So when that was hot, I grabbed a quick video clip of it, and I sold this shirt, sold a bunch of them really fast, and just something simple. It was just a trendy thing, and then I stopped it. Well, the text is all down here. That's just a logo, but look what I did in the background. I put the stadium. And so what I'm doing is I'm using colors in the stadium, but I'm not using any sort of team. If you did, there's no team graphics anywhere. There's no copyrights. There's no trademarks of any team stuff anywhere. But I got the stadium in the background, so anybody that's familiar with the team will kind of be familiar. Okay, this has to do with baseball. Oh, that I know, I recognize this. But it's subtle. When they see it in the newsfeed, it's very, very, very subtle. So that's an example of utilizing things in the background. Here's another example. I built this brand called Certified Gamer Babe. Here's another example of trending. Okay, maybe I can do a quick search to show you. This will be fun because this is one of the ways I make a lot of money is doing stuff like this. So let's do SF Giants Gamer Babe. Let's just do a quick search and see if we can come up with something here. So Gamer Babe Day. So what happens is the San Francisco Giants, the announcers, started calling the women fans, they started calling them gamer babes. You can see here pictures, gamer babes. They started showing up with signs that they were gamer babes. They started calling, and it kind of all started with this right here. They started calling women gamer babes. So this is what you want to look for. This is how you can start making a lot of money when you start to recognize these trends. When I would see this stuff pop up, I go, okay, hold on. So women, the announcers called the women gamer babes, and so San Francisco Giants women are familiar with this. If they watch games, they're familiar with this. In fact, look, they're proud of it. They have signs. Anytime people have signs, they're proud of what they do, right? So I go, let me get an idea. Let me see if I can design a shirt around that concept. So what I did was I had my designer grabbed another shirt of something. This was a design of something totally random, and they just changed the words to Gamer Babe, and they made the colors kind of black and orange, which are symbolic of the San Francisco Giants, and they put the word certified above it, and then since the year, right? Because look at this, since 58. So these Gamer Babes have been Gamer Babes since 58, Gamer Babes since 50. And what I did here was I targeted women who were San Francisco Giants fans that were born in that year. So that were born in 1950. Women who were San Francisco Giants fans were born in 1950. I used colors, black and orange, that were symbolic of the Giants. I used a model to illustrate a woman. And in fact, this isn't the actual ad I ran. I ran 3 different models. This model I used up until age 35, I think. And then there was another model I used for people 35 to 45, I think. And then 55 older, I used an older woman when I actually ran these campaigns. Now, the goal of each one of these campaigns is just to sell 10 shirts. But if I'm advertising every year from, let's say, 1950, that decade is 10 years, and the 60s is 10 more years, the 70s is 10 more years. So that's 30 shirts right there. So if each shirt sells 10, that's 300. That's 300 shirts that just sold, and some of them are going to sell a lot more. So the targeting is so targeted that you can begin to do it. So this is just an example right here of how powerful it is. It's taking a concept that you hear, you see that it's popular, and going and breaking that out. And I went as far as to actually get a trademark on this. I actually went and filed $300 for a trademark on Gamer Babe so that I can run a whole clothing line based on it. And that's the kind of stuff that I do, because now that allows me to be able to run GamerBabe to scale it out to multiple different industries. I can run the same campaigns now and just branch out the team colors. And I could branch out different team colors. Like this right here might be symbolic of the Boston Red Sox. So if I'm advertising to Red Sox fans who are women, that go to the games and whatnot, then I can start to create a brand around this, start to create some brand awareness and build something that could be sold, not just online, but build something long-term, actually sell the brand into stores. Okay. Now, how much did it cost for a logo like this? 25 bucks, 50 bucks. Okay, it's not difficult. This is the kind of stuff that you can do. Okay, so another thing you're going to notice is that I use models. There's websites you can go to that I teach you how. That's one of the things I'm teaching in my webinar, that I found that using models in the ads, and you can get permission to use models, that using the models in the ads has increased the click-through rate significantly. Like you'll notice here, here's one that I got targeting people that are 49ers fans. San Francisco makes me drink. This actually got changed. Sorry, this is a demo ad. It actually is in the second half is what that got changed to for the actual shirt run. But because they were losing, they would always win and then lose in the second half, or their second half would be dramatic. So I did this whole thing. San Francisco makes me drink in the second half, and then by putting it on a person, when I split test, by putting it on an actual person, it sells incredibly well. So this is one of the other things that I've begun doing that works incredibly well. And you can just put like a little faint outline around the person and use the team colors and the stuff, right? So using these models. You could even use the same model. Okay, here's one that I did. In fact, I won't even tell you what this icon is, because some of you will just know right off the bat. Some of you will recognize what this is, but there's a huge fan base that like not only this character, but everything having to do with this character. So for those of you that are leaving comments, I'll read them in a minute, but we'll see if you can guess who that is and what that niche is right there. But you'll notice basically it's basically modeled after the Jordan Air. So you take the character, and then you're doing something that feels symbolic to them off the Jordan Air, but it's not. But it's relevant enough away from it that I can get away without having to worry about copyright issues on something like that. But doing the same thing, popping it on a model, showing you what it looks like on a shirt, increase the click-through rates, gives me a lot more benefit to what I'm doing. I'll do the same thing with something like this. When I do the shirts that have long slogans on them, I'll put them on a model, okay, and then I'll just put I'll put like this right here is the backdrop of Atlanta, okay. So this one is don't let the makeup and perfume fool you. I go from diva to dirty bird. So what I have is I have a scalable ad here, which is this word is scalable and this word is scalable, and then the last thing here is the place. So I could do any kind of team. Like there's the country western one that was big with this was makeup to mud in 2 seconds flat. But I can do all kinds of stuff like from girly girl to gamer babe, or from diva to dirty bird or whatever. So I look for ideas that are scalable. I look for a statement or a slogan that people really want, that people like, and then I look for ways to scale it out. So what I'll do is I'll grab a model that I think is relevant to that audience. I'll grab a background that's relevant to that audience they recognize right off the bat, and then I'll put something like this, Dirty Bird Clothing, and I'll create my own little brand around it. I'll buy a domain name for $2 at GoDaddy called like Dirty Bird Clothing or Dirty Bird Tees or something like that. So and it's official. It becomes an official clothing line. It comes across as an official clothing line. And when I do that, it gives me the ability that I can now take my designs and I can go to another store and I can say, look, these things are selling hundreds or thousands online. I'd love to feature them in your store. And what I do is now that store is now selling my stuff in retail shops. And now you have long-term passive revenue, and that's how you can really think outside of the box. A lot of people, look, I'm on Facebook because it's good, but you know what? I'm not too concerned. Facebook could go away tomorrow. It's not going to affect my bottom line. If I'm going to scale up to 7 figures to 8 figures to 9 figures, why only sell on Facebook? Why only sell on Facebook, right? So this is the kind of stuff that I teach. All right, let's jump down a little bit, another little one here. All right, here's my buddy Peter, okay? So Peter has a product he wanted to create. This product teaches people how to get money. So what he did was he created a ton of videos that are different ways to be able to help people raise money, like the different ways to get funding, the different ways to get loans, even if you have bad credit, even if you have stuff like that. Okay, so here's an example of bridge marketing for this kind of stuff. This term right here, all in, helps you go all in. This is a term that a popular network marketing company uses to as part of their culture. Like if you buy all the products, you're called to help you go all in. You're called going all in if you buy all the products. So what he does is he takes an ad like this, and what he does is he keeps changing the text slightly to fit the culture of the audience that he's targeting. Slightly changes it. So in this case, he'll change it to all in, okay? But he could even change that to be something like to go diamond, you know, to help you go diamond this month if it was like a network marketing company he's trying to sell for. You know, or help you, help you buy a mastermind, you know, something, you know, if he knows there's an audience of people that are looking to buy a mastermind, or help you do whatever. He goes and he segments his stuff, okay? And there's real estate words, there's network marketing words, there's internet marketing words. And what he'll do is he'll change that slightly each time so that it has the cultural word like that to help you go all in. And now what happens is when he advertises to that demographic, he's able to really get higher conversions and tailor that as well. So this is called bridge marketing. Instead of having one ad that serves everybody, you have one ad that serves somebody specific. This ad, for example, right here is serving people who were born in 1966. So I'm only serving that one audience. So it's more specific to them. If I drop the 66 off of there, it will still sell. Okay, it does. But by adding the 66 and adding that in the description of it, that's an opportunity, that you can actually drive more sales. You know, I'm just giving you an example of how to be able to do bridge marketing, where instead of trying to do one ad, you got a bunch of different ads. And this is something that people just don't do. This is something people don't do. They don't do it well. You know, and this is really what has really set me apart. I'm not saying the years, but I'm saying a good example will be like, I'll use a guy in an ad that I'm targeting guys, but then I'll use a woman in an ad that I'm targeting women, right? So what happens is even that little thing, I could sell the same exact product, but if I do one ad that's towards women and it says attention women or whatever women, and then sell that, and then one ad that sells to men. Okay, take this example. There's men and women in this audience, but I'm not going to run this men ad to women. I'm going to run two different ads, okay, at least two different designs. It's these kind of things. Now, what I want to do is I want to teach you this stuff. Okay, I want to teach you this stuff, and I want to set you up for an amazing opportunity. I want to set you up. I want to invite you into my mastermind group where I can teach you tons of stuff. You know, pro tips on how to avoid getting your Facebook ads account banned. I want to teach you this stuff. I want to teach you where people are asking questions, how to best use Facebook ads URL tagging, where you can go in there and, you know, add keywords and all that kind of stuff to that, right? So there's all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of conversation here about exactly how to be able to go in and do that. I want to show you how to do this stuff. I want to invite you to webinars. You know, you notice I have 5 powerhouse webinars coming up this week on the 20th, October 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd. Okay, I want to invite you to these. These webinars are I've got one on Monday that's free. I've got one on Tuesday that's free. I have one on Tuesday that's $100, Advanced Facebook Advertising Strategies. Another one on Wednesday that's free. Another one on Wednesday that is $100, Advanced SEO and Blogging Workshop. I'm going to teach you how to be able to get residual traffic from Google. So these right here, this one here and this one here, I will give those for free right now to anybody that decides to pick up Dark Post Profits today. You got to pick it up today while you're watching this. If you're watching the recording, I guess we'll let them give a quick chance to do it. You go to Dark Post Bonus and make sure you purchase through that link, and you'll be able to get those for free as a bonus. Now, for those of you that already own Dark Post Profits, because Rich Wilens did do a webinar previously on that. For those of you that already own Dark Post Profits, just we'll follow up and we'll get you a link. If you come into my group, there's a couple other ways to be able to get it. There's a couple other ways. Don't worry. If you already bought it earlier, you shouldn't be punished. You should be rewarded. There's a couple of other ways to be able to get in here. But anybody who has not purchased, my bonus for you today, if you do not own Dark Post Profits, my bonus is if you pick it up, I'm going to give you those webinars as a huge bonus. So watch this. Let me take a couple minutes and let me show you just how powerful this is. When you go, as soon as you buy Dark Post Profits, you're going to have instant access. Okay, so you're going to be able to go to my website, which is Internet Marketing Bar. This is my blog, this is all free. And what this does is this gives some free training. But up here on the top right, there's a members area. Okay, so you're going to click on members area, and then there'll be a Facebook login. You're going to, at first, you'll be required to log in so it knows who you are. Okay, but once you log in, there's a ton of products. You won't see all these because some of these haven't launched yet, but you will see Dark Post Profits owned access it here. Okay, so some of these other products are coming soon. So you'll be able to go in here. Now, I just want to quickly show you the value of what you're getting, and this is going to be crazy. This is all for just $100. Okay. First of all, let me scroll through quickly and just show you the value here. I mean, look at this. Ready? So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so you can see. Look at all these modules. Look at all these. These are all videos ranging between 5 to 20 minutes usually. Look at all these things. I'll go through and I'll show you a few of these, but just look at all these videos. These are all massive, massive videos. I mean, this one's 3 hours long alone. Look at all these videos you get access to. Like this, working with 20% textual. We're already talking about that, right? Tips on hiring outsourcers. Look at all this stuff, right? So all of those, you get all of those things, okay? But it's cool because not only do you get those, but you'll also get unlocked in this members area. You're also going to get some other stuff unlocked. You'll be getting some of this stuff down here unlocked, okay? So you'll be getting more than just Dark Post Profits. When you purchase Dark Post Profits, you're going to get some undisclosed bonuses that will appear in here that you'll be able to access, that you'll be able to go through. Very, very cool. So when you look at Dark Post Profits as a course for $100, I've had everybody out there tell me to sell it for $1,000, but I decided I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to sell this thing for only $100. Why? Because I just, I want to get the training out there. So it's good for newbies. If you have no experience whatsoever, it doesn't matter. Getting started, Dark Post basics, advertising guidelines, everything. For anything that's outdated, you just come into the Facebook group and we resolve it there. You come into the Facebook group and we give you the updated version. So that way we keep everything fresh. Okay? All the different types of ads, mobile ads, desktop ads, whether to use Ads Manager or Power Editor, how to organize all your posts, your stuff, how to track them, how to scale out your posts. And I use a scaling strategy that nobody else uses, and it works like gangbusters. You're going to love this module. How to generate website traffic to your blog, how to generate leads, how to sell t-shirts, how to sell affiliate products, how to recruit people for biz ops, how to sell real estate, how to do CPA offers, how to go into the reporting, conversion pixels, you name it, retargeting. And then I have a whole entire section here on people that are in network marketing. Anybody in network marketing, I have a whole section. But look, even if you're not in network marketing, you should watch this because I talk about bridge marketing in a phenomenal way. So much value there. You should go in there and watch this because I talk about how literally I'm able to acquire customers on a campaign for, I can't remember the exact stats, you'll have to go in there and see it, but it's something like I acquire customers for something like, I don't know what it was, like 35, I don't know, 35, 55, 75 bucks, something like that, that are worth $880 for me. It's just massive. In fact, maybe I can just jump in here just to kind of show you just the 10th video. Just look at this, 20 minutes just for that one video, and I'm just popping in randomly.
Must-watch module. And then module number 30.
And you kind of look, like everything here is, everything goes into a difference between text, it goes into screen sharing. I mean, tons and tons of stuff here.
So I only spent $100.
And I go through all my ad stats and everything, so like just look at this. Look at this kind of value you get here. You're going to go through, I go through all the numbers and crunch the numbers and show how I'm getting clicks so cheap. I'm getting thousands of clicks. In this example here at 11 cents per click. I go into all my stuff. How I'm getting over here 19 cents per click on these ones. And I go in and go, look, like, okay, so let's look at these stats real quick. Let's just look at this one. $1,370 total ad spend, 7,213 clicks, 19 cents per click. I got 38 signups at $25 a month. But those signups are worth even more because that's $950, but there's even more money because I actually, so it's $36 per acquisition is what it cost me. But look at this. I don't know if it shows it in here, but $36 per acquisition. But those customers end up being worth an average of $800 to me as they go through the cycle. Like look at that, $17,630 in net commissions. So I show this kind of stuff. How I generated $19,000 in gross revenue on that. How to be able to do that. This is stuff that you got to be learning this stuff. Look, my refund rates are like next to nothing because people go in there and go, holy crap, there's just so much value in here. And then you can always just jump into the group, and in the group you can continue to ask more questions. I mean, let's go in there. Look, people are in here posting their ads, getting feedback. I mean, look, so this person's in here posting things about their t-shirts. You could blur this out if you don't want them to see your design. It doesn't matter. And then 30 comments of all kinds of people giving people advice. So we have a very high-end mastermind group that you could be part of. I mean, people introduce themselves. Hundreds of people introducing themselves. You can network with. Let me go a little bit further. You know, let's see. Let me see if we can go down. Older posts. Maybe we can go down and see some of those older posts. Let me go to some of the pictures and see if there's some there. Yeah, so there's just tons and tons of stuff that you can learn from all this. Questions, Q&A. So like an example is like I'm always doing things like this, which is just you can ask any questions you want, and I do webinars like I do today, where all I do is sit there and do Q&A with you. That's all I do. I just sit there and basically answer all your questions for free, just on a live webinar, because that's I treat my members with respect. You know, it's like I want you to learn. I post case study videos. You know, here's a case study video of earning $15,000 from t-shirt offers and exactly how I did it. Here's another case study video here of selling $90,000 in the newsfeed, selling $90,000 of products. Let's see if I can put it over to HD and so get this down. Let's see if I can go in here. Yeah, like for Don Wilson, I ranked very, very well in his. And look at this. I go over here, $45,000 in profit and with $90,000 in sales. I was earning 50% commission, most of which I sold it all in the newsfeed. You know, $90,000 in sales over a 5-day vacation out of town, ranks in the top 5, all from just sending emails and placing Facebook ads. And the Facebook ads ran while I was out of town, right? So I teach how to do this. I give tutorial videos to be able to show you this. So I have no holding back. You know what I'm saying? No holding back. Let's make some money together. You know, that's the whole point. Let's make some money together. So look, this is I could show you and show you all this kind of stuff. You're going to get access to all of this, learning how to outsource, learning how to do your photos, learning how to do your dark post ads, you know, all this kind of bonus training, learning how to do it all. This is Dark Post Profits. But more important than Dark Post Profits is that once you become a member of Dark Post Profits, you get on my members only email list where I give tons of free value, because my goal is not to try to make $100, okay, from selling you a product. My goal is to win you over for life. My goal is to lead with value, win you over for life, and go, hey, you know what? Whatever Chris Records doing, it's solid. And so I'm here to serve the community. I know I've got some ground. I got to prove myself still in the community, which is why I'm working so hard to prove myself. So I'm here for the long haul. I've got great customer support. You go up here to support. You can enter any tickets that you want. I've got a customer support team. You can go in here and submit tickets really well. I've got great free articles, tons of free articles. You know, dark post ads versus page post engagement, relaunching campaigns, bridge marketing, you name it. I'm here to serve. I'm here to get you going. So I've got webinars, you name it. So here's what I'll do. Rich, you said there's about a 6-second delay. I want to pull you back out, Rich. And what I'll do is I'll spend a few more minutes and I'll answer any questions. I haven't even had a chance, because I've been talking, I haven't had a chance to read through the questions. So I can do that now. And Rich, if you want to ask me any questions, or if you'd rather be tight on time and just wrap this thing up, I can go either way. Stay a few more minutes or revisit it another time. You let me know.
Actually, I'm pretty flexible. And you know what? Let's make sure that the button is out there. I want to make sure that everybody's taking advantage of this right now. I know we put it out a little bit earlier. There's a clickable link. I went ahead and put a clickable link in the chat box for www.darkpostprofits.com. And I also went ahead and did the clickable link, a cut and paste link, and I just sent that all to everybody in the chat, in the question box. So all you have to do is just go ahead and copy that as well. Skip had a question, and he said the ads and shirts are spectacular. Must have cost a fortune in design fees. Did they?
No. So let me do a quick little. Let's see if I can do this in about 60 seconds. Okay. So when I first got started with my shirt designs, okay, here's what I did when I first got started. I went to www.odesk.com. Okay, I went in there and I started searching. I placed an ad and I said, hey, I'll pay you $25 per shirt design, and but I said, and I'll commit to a minimum of 4 with you if you're good. If you do the first one, good. I'll commit to a minimum of 4. But then I said, but I'm looking to do like 100 over time. And I said, so that's like $2,500, right? So these outsourcers suddenly get excited, like, holy smokes, I can make $2,500. But really, it's just $25 per design. So that's what I started at, was $25 per design. And what would happen is I place the ad, but not only do I place the ad, you want to place the ad plus search for the best. And then what happens is when you go to Odesk, and it's free, by the way, when you go to Odesk and place an ad, people will find you and they'll apply. But you don't want to wait for that. you go and you search for people that have good design skills or whatever. You look at their portfolio. Make sure their stuff compares. Make sure their stuff is good. Okay, and then when you find them, when you send them a message, it'll automatically invite them to your job. Right? So it'll automatically invite them to that job. So what I'll do, this is my secret. I place the job and I get them excited about big potential. Hey, I'm committing to a $25 design to try you out. If it's good, I'll commit to at least 4. If those are good, I'll bring you on, and I'm looking to do over 100 designs. Now, those don't all have to be day one. You're basically saying over the period of time I'm going to be selling these things, I'll commit to 100 designs, over the long term with you, if you're good. And so what you're doing now is you're getting them excited about long-term opportunity of making $2,500. Now you're going to get people who wouldn't have done it for 25. They might have done it for 100, but they'll do it for 25 if they know you got long-term business. So what I'll do is I'll go find the best people that have really good shirts in their design portfolio, or really good designs, and I'll invite them to the job. And what I'll do is I'll try out, let's say, 4. When you hire someone for a job, you can hire like multiple people. I'll hire 4 people for this job, and I'll have them each do 1 shirt design. Sometimes I'll even give them the same shirt design and just get 4 different styles. When you work with outsourcers, the key is finding designs and mocking them up. That's really the key. So what you do is you can just go to Google. You want to basically reverse engineer other designs. Okay, so you could just like whatever. You could do any topic, right? Popular T-shirts. Okay, it's like start there. Okay, but you could actually just do any topic, right? So you just go through and you look, okay, here's a popular T-shirt. It's got some big text. It's got 3 images there. Here's a popular T-shirt. It's got, big word, and it's got 2 kind of small words here. Here's kind of one where the fonts have words that are kind of lighter, some are bigger. Here's one for Second Amendment where a gun's going up and they got 2 different colors. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what it says. These are just different styles. These are different styles. And you basically go through and you find one. You go, hey, I've got a slogan that this could work really well with. Okay, or hey, I've got a slogan and this would be kind of cool. This slanted kind of cursive font, whatever it is. Or I'm an engineer. So to save time, let's just assume that I'm never wrong. Okay, so you go, okay, I like this, whatever. You basically have the big bold statement and then the funny little addition there. You find stuff that you like, okay, and you start bookmarking it. You start getting a folder bookmarked of all this kind of stuff. And look at all, and then look at like for sports stuff, maybe. You have like something that's like flat and then it's curved and then it's flat and it's curved. So you just go through and you find stuff you like. Now, when it comes time to design the actual T-shirt, you tell them, hey, I want this slogan that I just came up with, but I want it to on this right here. I want it this style: bend but don't break. I have 4 words and I want them to kind of look like this, but a little bit different. You basically model off of this. Like look, ambiguity. The ambiguity. This is like, or ambiguity. Ambiguity. So this is like the Las Vegas thing. So maybe you're like, ooh, I like that. I could target people in Las Vegas with that. Just do that. Just start there. Find other great designs. Don't copy them, but model after the style of what they're doing, right? Maybe the style here is big icon going up and down the thing there, and then text and text. I wouldn't copy this shirt. I never copy anybody. I always do my stuff original. When you start to do that, you start to get some really, really, really great stuff. Let's see if I can really quickly even just go in and kind of show you.
Hey, Chris, let me interrupt you for a second. I put up. I might have put up the wrong. What is the button where they could order? For some reason I might have had the wrong one. I had Dark Post Profits.
Yeah, darkpostbonus.com.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, so Dark Post Profits is what I had from before. I wonder if that's the same. Dark Post Bonus.
Darkpostbonus.com. That's the one that we can track to make sure if there's we can give the free stuff away. This is a lot of you are asking if you already bought it before, but listen, there's last time I gave a good bonus. This time I can if you've already bought it last time, email Rich. If you already bought it last time I did that, email Rich and I'll do something special for you because I never want to see anybody get unrewarded for taking massive action. Right? That makes no sense. So if you bought last time I did a webinar with Rich, then message Rich, and we'll do something. I'll figure out something for you. And if you haven't bought, make sure you buy Dark Post Bonus to make sure we can track that and give you the webinar credit. Otherwise, I don't know where you're buying from, and I don't know if there's some other offer out there, or some other bonus or something. And by the way, this is the best bonus I have. That you can't get a bonus better than what you're going to get today at darkpostbonus.com. You cannot get a better bonus for Dark Post Profits. It does not exist. Period. This is the absolute 100% biggest, most valued bonus because you're getting $200 in free webinars that people are paying $100 each for. Right? You're getting those absolutely free, and you're getting the product. And the product is better. When I launched Dark Close Profits, it only had about 40 modules. Now it's got nearly 100 that you get access to because you get access to some extra products that I'm no longer selling. I'm just throwing those in for you. So it's huge. You get like 3 times the product, and you get another $200 in flat out value, just straight up. So I thought that was pretty cool bonus. You know, so look at this. So here I am in my T-shirt stuff, right? Like, let's look at this. Like, you'll look at. I get T-shirts designed, right? And then I have my assistant put them all in here for me. So I go into Google Drive, go into your own Google Drive, and you can go get T-shirts designed, and you can basically put together folders. So, for instance, ISIS. That's a popular thing that's in the news right now, right? So instead of just targeting people that are into guns, I'm hitting them with like the fact that they're like against ISIS or like they're like, you know, their own like militia against the ISIS, and people love that kind of stuff. Grandmas, you know, people love targeting grandmas. I have tons of them targeting grandmas. Doctor Who, it's a popular TV show, got several different things there. Second Amendment women, Second Amendment anyone. Walking Dead TV show, I've got, you know, a bunch of designs inside of here. Car-related stuff, you know, people that are enthusiasts of certain cars, I've got T-shirt designs. Altogether, I probably have about 150 T-shirt designs all in here. Just tons of pet owners, fitness shirts, sports shirts, gay and lesbian shirts, politics. I mean, all this kind of stuff. I mean, whatever. I'll go on some of these just because I don't really care. But it's like I'm way too transparent probably. Let's see if this will even show up though, because it's transparent. Oh, there you go. So like, here's like an example, right? This is a badge that I created that goes on on T-shirts. This grandma, these are my mock-ups. I would put the word is right there, and I'd probably put the word grandma as like make it stand out or make it underlined. This grandma is voting for Hillary for United States President, made in the USA since 2016. Now, here's what you guys are going to trip out off of. I'm not even a Hillary Clinton fan, you know. I mean, I'm not going to vote for her. I don't care whether you are or not. It's irrelevant. You know, it's like there's a passionate audience out there that is going to vote for her, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to target people. I'm going to go into the keywords and I'm going to target people who have donated to Democratic campaigns or who are registered Democrats, and I'm going to target women, and then I'm going to use some cross targeting and target grandmas. And this shirt right here, this looks like 100, you know, whatever. And look, I got them all kinds. You know, moms, nurses, girls, whatever, all this kind of stuff. Here's one for the 5 presidents, you know. The 5 Democrats, I mean. So what this is basically taking, there you go, Lyndon, Jimmy, Bill, Barack, Hillary. This shirt right here is called the 5 Democrats. And it just sits right, this design is transparent, just sits right on a shirt. And this targets all the, this is making the assumption that she's going to get elected. Now, that's the thing. It's crazy, right? It's like, what's crazy is that I'm not even that's just what's crazy. I'm not even a Democrat or a Hillary supporter, but I like to make money. And since I like to make money, I've always got all this kind of stuff going on, you know. Same with LGBT. I'm not gay. I'm married with kids. I'm straight and married with kids. But I've still got shirts targeting gay, lesbians, everything. You know, I go for niches: country girls, video games, just tons of stuff, sports, all kinds of sports, scrapbooking, crochet, you know, whatever, you name it. I got all these different things, and there's constantly more. So what I want to tell you is this: how do I do that? Well, I started here. I started doing it on Odesk, paying $25 a design. Okay, and then what I do is I come up with what I want them to do, and I explain it very well, and I give them examples of what I like. And then I usually ask for a couple revisions for them to do it well. But then what I did was I graduated. Once I knew I was selling a lot of shirts, here's what I did. Hired a graphic designer, and I found one that's very, very, very talented for $3,000 a month. They're USA based. Okay, so it's $3,000 a month. You could probably find them cheaper. But I found one, $3,000 a month, full-time. Well, and what I did was I made a rule that every day, minimum 5 new graphics. Okay, every day, minimum 5 new graphics. Okay, so 5 graphics a day times 5 a week equals 25 per week. Okay, 25 times 4 weeks equals 100 per month. Okay, now look at this. $3,000 equals 100 T-shirt designs. Okay, now you do that. That's what? That's $30 per design. $30 per design from a USA-based. Check that out. Check that out. $30 per design from a USA-based talented designer. So people like my stuff. They go, okay, wow, you know, you got these logos, stuff like that. No, $30 for something like this. This is like $30. This right here is like $20. Okay, what do you need? I mean, it's cheap. All this stuff's cheap. This is, you know, $20. It's 20. These mostly these are $20. $20. This one right here is like $30. Okay, people go, oh wow, it looks so good. Yeah, whatever. This is a duplicatable thing. Now some of you go, okay, well I don't have $3,000 a month. Okay, so start here. $25 a design. And once you know that you can sell them, so here's the thing, right? We've made hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, we've done hundreds of thousands in a single month in commission selling T-shirts. So, you know, when you get a crew together, when you're making that kind of money, you know, it doesn't even matter. But I would do this right here. I would get there as soon as you know you've got profitable campaigns, as soon as you know how to make money to do that. $30 a design. But not only do I get the design, I get the actual design. Let's see if I move this up a little bit so you can see it, because this is also really cool. I get the design plus I get the PPE design, the page post engagement ad, plus I get the dark post ad. $30. So whenever he designs, oh, plus on model. He puts it on the model for me too. Okay, so this person here does the design, and as soon as the design's good, they puts the page post engagement design, which is basically like a square ad that you're going to post as a picture with link in description. Then he does the dark post ad, which is like the more like this, the HD size ad that you're going to put in the newsfeed, and then you make sure it's on a model as well, so it's on the shirt model as well, so you can have that in the ad. $30, right? So it's crazy because $3,000, but I mean, if only one of these 100 T-shirt designs is a success, I make way more than $3,000 off of just one, right? And then here's the other thing is if you have extras, you know what you do with your extras? You basically go and you're like, okay, Doctor Who. You basically go to one of your friends and be like, dude, you want to make money in the T-shirt business? Let's co-op. I've got a killer Doctor Who design. I just don't have time to be running it. I'd gladly give it over to you. You know, you place the ads, you place the money, and you run it all. And I'll take 25% of the profit just for giving you the design. Right? Boom. Or turn around and resell it. Be like, I've got killer designs. I'll sell you designs right now for $50 a piece. These are designs I'm not going to use. Or I'll sell them for cost. Sell back whatever you didn't use. I mean, there's just options. It just doesn't even matter. There's so many options. So what I recommend is going into Google Drive, setting up something. You know, I got all these blank T-shirt models. You know, so it's just really easy. I had them put all these blank T-shirt models with transparent backgrounds on them. So it's just really easy for me to jump in there and I could throw the logo on myself anytime I want to test something. You know, notice like even stuff like this. Here's the model. Look, I had him throw a baseball hat on her. All right? You could even, you know, it's just simple stuff. Real simple, cool stuff. Guys, girls, all kinds of stuff, right? You just get different people, different stuff, right? So it's really easy. I got even more. This is just one folder. So, you know, that's how I started, you know. And I'm not saying to do popular. I'm just saying you just get started with stuff like this. You go find, okay, here's the Sons of Anarchy logo. You know, what maybe you come up with a slogan for that. You show somebody the Sons of Anarchy logo on Odesk, tell them what you want, and they start making versions of it. All right, so, man, Rich, I'm giving them, this is the kind of stuff people pay for. I don't know if your audience respects, you know, I have a way different style. I'm just here like basically just giving away all kinds of stuff I could just be charging for, but I'm here to serve everybody. I hope everybody recognizes.
Hey, what you've done was awesome, too. And, Chris, you know, I can't thank you so much. We've been doing this now for about an hour and 15 minutes. You know what? What do you say we just put another 5 minutes or so on this? If there's any more questions or anything, let's go ahead and try to ask them now, because I got to tell you, Chris, what you're offering and all of these bonuses, for those of you who are out there, take advantage of this now. If you think that, you know, this is going to an everyday thing, that you're going to be able to grab this olive branch, it's not going to happen. If you don't take action and don't take advantage of an opportunity that you have now, especially with Chris and his programs and all of these webinars that are coming up next week, for this amount of money, for regular retail price that you pay, that you could have gotten on JVZoo or anywhere else, folks, that makes this the opportunity buy for you. So darkpostbonus.com, you'll get the 2 advanced webinars coming up this week. And if you just go ahead and take advantage of this now, well, there's no telling how far you're going to go. Do you not agree? Chris, if somebody's on the fence right now and they're thinking, you know, okay, it sounds like a lot of money. It sounds like you have to invest a lot of money in yourself. It sounds like if I don't have any money, can I actually do this? What would be the answer? If I don't have a lot of money to spend $3,000 on a graphic designer and, you know, okay, I can scrape up to 25, can I still make this thing work for me?
Yeah. Okay, so this is called flipping money in the newsfeed. It's called flipping money. You start with X amount of money, and then you flip it, and you get your X back plus profit. Okay. Now, of course, there's going to be a learning curve. I don't want to suggest to anybody here that everybody's going to join and get rich, because that's just, come on, we're all grown-ups here. That doesn't happen. And if I did tell you that, you should run for the fences. It just doesn't happen. Real life, there's learning curves to everything we do in real life. Okay. But my point is, if you're going to learn something, you might as well be learning something like this that can make tons of money from home on autopilot. So, look, you're going to have a learning curve. It's going to be different for everybody. I wish I could tell you. Okay, so check this out. It's what I would do is get started with whatever you can and set a goal to try to flip it, or at least get your money back. Because, see, when you get your money back, you can do it again. Let's say that you invested, let's say, $200 in newsfeed ads, and all you did was make $200 back. Well, you made back that money. Okay, you didn't make any money, but at least you can reinvest it again. Okay, so you know what happens is you use a little bit of money up front while you're learning. You don't go heavy like all of us do. You use a little bit of money. Once you figure it out, then you begin getting more comfortable, and you start flipping that money. You turn 200 into 500. You turn 500 into 1,000. Turn 1,000 into 2,000. 2,000 into 10,000. Okay, and you know, I got this guy, like, for example, Travis. He works for FEMA, disaster relief. Okay, federal emergency. You know, he basically gets called away. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like somebody being on military reserves and then they get deployed. Okay, even recently, right now, he got deployed. He basically is like this guy who basically gets deployed on FEMA, you know, rescue missions and relief missions and stuff like that. And he didn't have any experience with any of this. He went through the course, okay, and in his first month of selling T-shirts, made $30,000. First month, right? But here's the thing. He didn't start with like a $30,000 budget. He didn't have it. He didn't have a lot of money. So what he did was he just studied and figured out, hey, what are other people that are doing that's working? And he reverse engineered it. And he said, all right, I'm going to try some of these. A couple of them failed, and he lost money. But he went really rapidly, and he's like, okay, I'm not going to let that get me down. A couple failed, a couple more failed, and then he had his first win. His first successful campaign made more in profit than all of his failures. So see, he failed, I don't know exactly how many times, like 4 or 5 times, but then his profitable one made up for it. And then, next thing you know, he just kept going hard on, he had figured it out, he had cracked the code, he made $30,000. So the thing, what's crazy is this, is I could pretty much assure you, every single person here is going to lose money. I do. It doesn't matter. You're going to have losses and you're going to have wins. The wins, when you have them, far offset the losses, because when something's losing, you know it's losing and you can stop it quickly. But when something's winning, you don't stop it. So see, your wins they grow. Your wins get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But your losses, they don't grow. You're able to stop them in their tracks. So you could have 10 losses and a win could make up for those losses. And that's what's powerful about this model. So can somebody get started on a very low budget? Yes. Is it recommended to have more money? Yeah. If you're excited about the big money testimonials, you know, the guys making hundreds of thousands of dollars or $30,000 the first month, yeah, you're going to need access to some money. But if you're happy with, like, hey, if I just learned this and I made $500, then my confidence would be through the roof. I know. Or if you said, hey, all I'm looking to do is make back my $100 investment into Dark Post profits. Well, that's a very simple starting goal that I have no doubt at all. I have 100% confidence that you can do that. I have 100% confidence in you. So where would I get started? I would get started selling instant commission. Let me write this down real quick. Remember, darkpostbonus.com. You all should be really writing that down and making sure you buy from that link. Okay. Where to start? Okay, I would start with instant commission offers on JVZoo. Okay, so what you do is you go to JVZoo and you find a good offer, and you apply and you ask them if they can set you up on instant commissions. They may or may not. It depends. Like if you're international and you have no track record of selling anything on JVZoo, you know, they might not. Okay, everybody's different there. But ask for instant commissions, and if you can get instant commissions, what's good about this is that you can use your PayPal account to place the ads, and then if somebody buys it, it's instantly back in your PayPal account ready to use. So, or you know, you can do the same thing, get instant commissions. Okay, so the instant means you can get it. You see your money instantly. Instant commission offers on JVZoo, and what you want to do there is you want to find offers that you think have an angle. You're looking for an angle to advertise. Okay, maybe if we have, I don't know, we've spent so much time. Rich, what I'll do this week for everybody that buys on the advanced webinars is we'll actually go on to JVZoo and I'll go show them offers and show them which offers would work really well with Facebook ads and how to bridge market them. And
Yeah.
people are going to be bummed that the offers are a little bit older and they wish they would have done it during launch. But I could show people how to make, you know, $1,000, $2,000 a month pretty quickly there. That'll be cool.
Thanks.
The second one would be T-shirts. You know, selling T-shirts, set small goals, like 10. Okay. Because the smaller your goal is, once your campaign tips, once you've sold 10 shirts, then you could end the campaign if you want, and you could cash out early. So if you have a small amount of money, you want to set small goals and you want to flip that money faster. I like to let my campaign go for about a week, which means that I'm getting paid a few days later. So I get paid about 10 days later from when I started. You could set your campaign to go for like 10 shirts, and then even after 2 days, you end it. And then you cash out that small amount of money, and then you rerun and you relaunch a new campaign. That could work for you. You don't have to wait and sell hundreds of shirts like several of us do. You could actually just sell little small amounts, quickly get back your money. It's a little bit safer. It's a little bit more like hedging your investment. Okay, so that's where I would start. I would start with those two things: instant commission offers and T-shirts. Set small goals. If you have any sort of high ticket stuff, you know, like coaching or whatever. You know, if you're good here on this webinar, I don't know what everybody's skill level is, but if you're good enough that if you can brand yourself like I do in the newsfeed, anytime I want to make huge, I could just place an ad that says, hey, I could place a newsfeed ad that says, hey, I'm accepting 10 students into a private coaching program at $1,000 each, and I'll sell out of that right from the newsfeed ads. So I'll make 10,000. I'll probably spend like $300, $400. That's a great way. But I have a little bit of branding and credibility and my name and my face. But see, that's part of building up my brand. The more that I'm out there, I could literally go and I could do $1,000 personal coaching because it's worth it for them. Because I'm going to help them. When I do personal coaching, I help people make a ton of money. They make way more than their 1,000. Most of the time, I even just guarantee their 1,000, making it a lot easier for them. That if they don't at least make another $1,000 in profit from what I teach them, they get it back. So that's a quick way to be able to make money. If I can flip 500 into 10,000 real quick, then I have $9,500 of new money to spend, and then I'll drop that into a T-shirt campaign or whatever, and I'll flip that $9,500 into 20 grand, and then I'll do some instant commission offers on JVZoo, and next thing you know, I have a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 month. Now it sounds easy, but I got started pulling up my pant legs one at a time. I got started like everybody else. It sounds easy, but to me it is. I can't say it's easy for you. To me, this is easy because when I sit in front of my computer, I know I'm confident that I've gone through my training. I'm confident. It's kind of like anything. If you've practiced before game day, you're going to feel confident on game day. You're going to go out there and you're going to do great. Okay. So how do you get confident for game day? You go to darkpostbonus.com. You buy this, so you get these 2 free advanced webinars this week. You're going to see that these each have a $100 price tag on them each. Now listen, even members of Dark Post Profits are spending $100 each for these webinars. Okay. So a lot of people are like, hey, I bought Dark Post Profits already. Do I get it free? Well, we'll do something because you're a friend of Rich. But my customers, my Dark Post Profits customers, these are advanced webinars. I have 3 free webinars this week, and then I have 2 advanced webinars. Okay, 2 advanced ones. So all my Dark Post Profits customers get the 3 free ones. But then everybody else is paying $100 each. But guess what? I'm saying right now, you don't have to. You can get it free. If you buy from this link today, you get it free. All my other customers and all my other list, everybody on my list is spending $100 each for these. And they do it, and they gladly do it because the value is so high, it's ridiculous. Okay. Last thing I want to say is this. Okay. Last thing I want to say is this. I'm going to make this very, very, very clear for everybody. Super clear. Look at this. Okay. This is, I want to make this as prominent as you guys can possibly see it. 100% refund. Okay, 100% refund. There should be no reason to worry about any of this, you know? There's a 100% refund guaranteed. Okay? Now, you might go, okay, how long is the refund? 7 days, 14 days? I barely have refunds. I don't even check how long somebody's owned it. I think I refunded somebody once that had 60 days. They had dark post profits for 60 days. And I still gave them a refund if they wanted it. You know, I get it. Sometimes funds get tight for people. Look, if you realize I could be selling this for $1,000, if you realize I could roll this out as a professional product launch and I could make $1 million on a professional product launch if I wanted to do the big stuff, I'm not. This is for the average person. Darkpostbonus.com, 100% refund guaranteed. If you're not happy with the nearly 100 modules, if you're not happy with the 5 webinars that I'm going to be doing this week and the 5 recordings that you're going to get access to, if you're not happy with the massive amount of daily support that I give in my private mastermind, if you're not happy with the hands-on where I share my actual designs, not even in fear that you'll copy them, I share my actual campaigns. If you're not happy with that, just get your $100 back. I mean, just who cares? Just get it back. I'm not concerned. I don't need your $100, but if you don't get this, if you don't buy it right now, you're not going to learn these secrets. You're not going to learn from me. We're not going to start having a relationship. You're not going to be on my members list, and you're going to miss out on all the great content that's coming your way. So if I was sitting in your shoes, I would say, look, since there's a refund, this is a no-brainer. 100% refund guaranteed. Go to darkpostbonus.com. Okay, Rich, if anybody on this webinar is listening, if they went to darkpostprofits.com today, okay, I have a customer list of everybody who bought today from darkpostprofits.com because it's actively selling. If they say that they bought from you, we'll give them this bonus too. So anybody that bought today from the wrong link, contact me and tell me you bought from Rich, and I'll make sure you get the bonus.
That'll be awesome. And plus, you know what I'm going to do, Chris? To tell you what, just to entice it, just a little bit more. If you're on the fence, and if you're going to be in the San Diego area in March, I'm going to give away a free VIP pass to everyone who purchases today. That right now today is $149 value, going up to $649 for one of the best. What I'd like to think one of the best events with great speakers that's going to be happening, Marketing Mayhem San Diego in March. You get a free VIP ticket. That's access to everybody. And Chris, you were at the last one. Did we have a lot of fun or what?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm never going to miss one of those events. I think you guys have the best event in terms of the people and the networking and the partying and stuff like that. I've been to plenty of conferences where you can sit in a room and get good content. But what you guys have beat, where you guys beat everybody, is the networking, the partying, the connections. You're seeing people in real life, you're meeting them, and you're getting to know them better. So, and then these are people that'll promote your offers one day, and these are people you'll promote their offers one day. You can't beat that. You guys have the industry on lock with the best affiliate event in the entire industry.
Well, and the whole important thing is networking. You know, one person, and I found, you know, let me retract that. To meet somebody who you, like yourself, Chris, to meet somebody who's created these products, and perhaps you bought one of these products, but really you're getting stuck with one thing, to sit down with Chris across the table at Starbucks in the hallway of the hotel, or to even listen to him speak, and when he gets off stage, to come up and ask him, say, hey, you know, I bought this and I'm having a problem with this, is priceless. It's not the price of what you pay for the product. It's not the price that you pay for the event. It's what you're paying for with these events is the networking capabilities of meeting the top guys in the country. Now, the top guys in the country, they don't come here to really listen to the other speakers. And if they do, they listen to the other speakers to support them. They come to see the other speakers to see what they could do together to perhaps make a deal and a partnership for the future. So to be a fly on the wall at some of these little, some of these little tatitas in the hallway. I once saw Fladlane. What's his name? He does the webinars. Jason Fladlien, talk to one person, and there was like 12 people surrounding him just listening to the things he says. So that, again, is something that's going to be actually a benefit for you. So if you want to take advantage of it, it's, let's see, somebody mentioned the darkpostbonus.com links gets redirected to darkpostprofits.com. Do we still get the webinar bonuses if we buy from that link?
Yeah, Dark Post Bonus has a tracking link put in it so that I can make sure to give everybody credit. It will forward you to Dark Post Profits where you can buy. Dark Post Bonus has I just put a tracking link there to make sure I can give you the bonuses free so you don't have to pay for them.
And those would be my bonuses too. So make sure you use the Dark Post Bonus, and let me put that in. Let me go ahead and put that in there. Dark Post bonus.com. There we go. Dark Post, www.darkpostbonus. And I went ahead and I sent that to everybody. Now that's a cut and paste link. So if you want to use the actual link where you can click on it, it's right there in the chat box, darkpostbonus.com. Chris, awesome webinar. Everything that you've delivered today has gone beyond expectations. Hey, Kay, thanks very much. Kay says she's just bought it. Congratulations. You are appreciated, and believe me, I look forward to not only seeing you all in San Diego, but Chris will be there as well. You just heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Barring some unforeseen circumstances, he's not going to miss another one. So take advantage of this now. Take advantage of the free webinars next week, and then come see us in San Diego. All right, let's go ahead, about another minute. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up unless anybody else has another question or so. D. Summer says, thank you, great stuff. You're very welcome. Anybody have any more questions? No? Going once, twice, shall we call it a day? And hopefully you'll wait for the replay. How long are we going to keep this on for the replay, Chris? What do you say, about 24 hours?
Well, my first webinar that they'll be going to get access to as a member is Monday. So depending on if you want to leave it up for the weekend or not, but they got to get it in before the webinars start, obviously. So the longest would be the weekend. But
I gotcha.
I don't know. The bonus link that tracks this right here, right now, honestly, because I have to give everybody credit, if somebody's going to buy, just do it so that I can get your information faster to be able to make sure you get on the webinar. I hate when people do things last minute because then I have to scramble to try to make sure you get credit for something, and it makes it more difficult for me. So since we're all adults here, if anybody, I mean, it's like you're either going to do it or not. It's a $100 decision, and I'm willing to fully refund you if you don't like it, and you're going to get all these bonuses. So it's kind of a ridiculous offer. So you're either going to do it or not. So Rich, you can leave it up if you want, but people should be able to see this once and be able to make a decision. Sure. And if you can't make a decision on $100 like this, making money on Facebook is going to be hard.
Yeah, I concur. And don't get me wrong, we're not trying to say this in any way to make you feel any kind of bad at all. We want to make sure that you're getting all the information that you need, that you're not getting into something that A, could be over your head, or B, that you're not able to afford at this time. But even if you're not available to afford it at this time, at least you're getting the information and the knowledge right now, what you've learned on this webinar, to take advantage of this in the future. So Sharon wants to know, how do we get on the webinars? Will you have that information once they purchase?
Yes. There will be a section well, first of all, they'll start getting emails from me on the members' emails.
Okay.
It'll be posted in the mastermind group. They'll get emails from me, and it'll be in the members area and on the Internet Marketing Bar website. So it'll be everywhere. Gotcha. So it'll be hard to miss. Awesome.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. That was just an awesome webinar, just great free training for everybody who was here. And if you want to take advantage of it now, take advantage of it now. I'll get the replay up as soon as I can. Chris, thanks for taking the time out of your day to spend it with me and my folks. And I look forward to not only seeing you in San Diego, but we'll be chatting between now and then.
Right on.
All right, Chris, thanks very much. And everybody who's still here, thank you very much for coming by. You are appreciated. And on behalf of myself and Chris Record, I want to thank you very much. Here is your last chance, www.darkpostbonus.com. The clickable link is in the chat box. I'm going to leave it open here for just a minute. And in the question box, Again, I went ahead and did a cut and paste, so you'll have to go ahead and cut and paste. So if there's not any more questions, I'm going to say thank you, everybody. And you says thank you. What do you say we thank Chris by saying thank you? Go ahead, type it in, thanks. Or hit a 1. He'll understand it. Or not. We put everybody asleep, Chris. So anyway, thank you very much. Anybody, any more questions? No? Nope. 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 That's it. Okay, thanks everybody. It was a pleasure, and we'll see you once again on another edition of Rich Wilens Webinars. On behalf of Chris and myself, so long everybody. You're welcome, Rix. Thank you.